The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Welcome to GameShift. On tonight's show, we have Pinball FX3, Raiders of the Broken Planet, the multiplayer version of that, Rayman Legends, Alan Wake American Nightmare, and Project Cars 2. Join us. Hi, so tonight we started off, Drew's back another week. Pinball FX3 came out. This is the first video that we have, and taking a look at it, I was kind of hoping that they'd give you all the pinball tables that you purchased in Pinball FX2, but you'd have to buy them again for some reason. They didn't just show up on the list. So also, I don't see any difference in this game as compared to Pinball FX2. Have you seen Pinball FX2?
No.
You don't play these games. But it's just basically a pinball game, and the digital version of it, so you get more animation, stuff like that. This level here, which is like, I couldn't even figure out what I was supposed to do. It's the first time seeing that. So the ball drops, I have no idea what you're supposed to do. Probably hit the button and turn the gears somehow. So it's pretty realistic. I give it a 5. If you are a pinball fan and want to play it digitally, which I don't know. I prefer to play the actual pinball machine because you get the feel of the game, and you get a pretty high score, and there's more of a feel of accomplishment there where the ball's actually just rolling around by gravity. Although this does have pretty good physics, I just don't believe that the ball would act like the way it does in some ways with the physics. So, but it's an average game. It's probably the only pinball game out there that you would be able to get. So you get the little tree animations on the side. You get the wizard up the center that's animated a little bit. You get you get to release all the balls at once, stuff like that. And things just start going a little crazy. But I don't know. Just I would prefer to play a regular pinball game. Feel all that stuff. It's pretty decent.
I don't know.
You get the rumble effect and stuff like that, but it's not the same.
It's way too flashy. Like, you can barely see the pinball when it goes like near over there.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not sure.
The lights go crazy. The things animate a lot. Yeah, they do a lot to the game. Look, now I have like 2 balls going at one time. That going.
I just don't get it.
You don't get it? It's pinball.
If you said it's exactly like the other one, then why do they even make it?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I mean, I figured there'd be some nice changes to it, but there's more tables. They made more tables for it, which is they could have just added more on to the other one, and I would have been fine with it. But I don't know why they went to FX3. So.
They just like added DLC for the other game, and it'd be exactly like this, right?
Yeah, exactly. The animations are no better. The graphics are no better. I don't know why they just threw a 3 on there.
So it's the exact same game, just with a 3.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Like, is there any special abilities or?
You can get not really. I mean, you can get, like I said, multiple balls, stuff like that. You get it going up there. You get the high score. A couple of little animations to the upper left where your score is, and it keeps going up and up and up. And I'm doing pretty good at the game. And if I want to just jump in, jump out, I can play it. It's bearable. Not for you, huh?
I don't know. I'll just play a pinball machine. It's way easier than a bunch of flashing lights.
Yeah. But some people do like this, so I don't know. It deserves a good solid 5. It's average. So I decided again, like this week, to take another look at the Raiders of the Broken Planet. the multiplayer. So this is Raiders of the Broken Planet multiplayer, and you get, you know, your character there. You can. Right now, it's just in like a demo mode, so I can only pick from 3 characters. So I just pick the guy that I'm familiar with. When I get into the game, the graphics seem like they're just washed out for some reason, blurry. They don't look very good. The characters themselves, like I'm not getting much of a development in the story of the character, which I would like. Like story mode's more focusing on like, hey, you know, I'm a great character. I'm gonna go out there and just destroy everyone. But when I get out there, the aiming's horrible. It's quirky. Like, and I think they wanted to make it so it was really quick. Like you could flash, jump on someone, knock them down, shoot the other guy, and get out. But I just don't find it like that. You gotta hide behind walls. You can do little like, almost like a Gears of War, like hide behind the blockade. But if you try to take someone out from behind the blockade, then they come after you and they kill you very easily. So,
I still don't like this game.
yeah, it's.
I just hate it.
Have you tried it at all?
No.
No, didn't even bother.
I'm not gonna try this.
Yeah, it's not very. I dropped my rating down from last week to a 4, so it's below average because it's just it's difficult to control, difficult to see things. You can see the heat signatures behind the objects. So this was my like drop into multiplayer. So I got 2 other people on my team, and I'm thinking, you know, hey, maybe it's just me that keeps getting killed all the time. But no, it's all 3 of us. There's no fun to be had in this game so far.
Who are you against?
You'll see that they're CPU characters.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
You'll see. So we're supposed to protect that crane for some reason. No explanation why. It's just, hey, protect that crane. We need that.
So it's not really a multiplayer. It's more like you're
so
fighting NPCs. And
Yes.
That's it.
So I jump down to try and get that guy, and then the other guy shoot me from a distance. It slows down my striking.
So it's the base game just with 2 other people.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense. Why would you even play this with your friends?
Why not? Like,
Because it's a bad game. It's
kind of
just so
squad-based.
bad.
Yeah, it's not the best. It's got a 4.
I don't know.
It's very difficult to aim. I'm shooting guys. They don't go down. Like, you can snipe people, try and get them in the head. Very difficult because they do move around a lot, which I guess actual characters would do.
I think this character that you're playing is probably the worst. Because of the sniper, it's just constant sniping.
Yeah,
Like, you can't do anything about it.
that's his best weapon. I thought I'd be able to run and gun and jump in and, you know, take the guys out, get their bullets, and then, you know. Yeah, it's not working like that.
Yeah, it like has a stealth option. When you use the stealth option, the enemies still see you.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no reason to use it.
Once you come out to kill one enemy, all the other enemies see you, and they know exactly where you are. So it makes it very difficult. And I'm not one to like shy away from a difficult game by any means. You know, I'll play a difficult game, but this one is just, you know, I don't think if it's difficult and fun, that's different. If it's just difficult and you know you're trying to figure it out the entire time, it's not that good.
I think they just added multiplayer so some people would be interested.
Yeah.
Because they can play with their friends. I think that's the only reason they added it.
Yeah.
Just so the game has more of a purpose.
More options. People might play it.
Yeah. I just think nobody really would play the base game.
Yeah. So we failed. There's no doubt in my mind that we failed on that mission. So then this guy comes out and tells you how bad you did. So next, Blast from the Past, Rayman Legends. Did you like this game? You've played this before. I think you liked it.
I like Raymond a lot.
Yeah, for
say.
platform games, this is like this is basically where you know, Mario set the bar, and then this was the new animation type that Ubisoft went with. It's a beautiful game. I love this game. I've never had a bad review on this game. I'll still give it a 10 because it's the most recent Rayman. Rayman 3's coming out for Xbox Games with Gold next. I can't wait for that because that was the 3D version of this game.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's a good game too. So this one, I'm just trying to show you my favorite level, so I have to walk through a little bit because I forgot where it was. But you can see all the levels that are in it. You can create creatures right there. You can go back to the Origins, which was the last game, and you can run through those levels of the original game, which was really awesome at the time. Tons of levels, tons of things to do. You got to try and collect all your buddies there and save them. And you know, you can miss some in the levels. You can see like some of these levels I have like 26 out of 32. I could go back to that level and get that, and then I get special like packages to open and special characters, outfits, stuff like that. There's so much to this game.
So what's the creature thing about?
You know, you can see how many creatures you've captured, and you can actually play as some of them. Yeah. So look at all the levels. It's unbelievable. They're all different. There's all the people you saved. And then I'm going to go to the classic level, Castle Rock.
How long did it take to get like all that stuff?
That took probably a week. You know, I play these games, like when I get Rayman games, I play them religiously, and I won't stop playing them because they're so much fun. I think I'm going to die here, Drew.
Probably.
But there we go. But they're so much fun that I get kind of addicted to them, and I just keep playing and playing and playing. This was the one that kind of let you go on your own and figure the game out yourself. So this is one of the most famous levels in the game, which is actually one of my favorite, my favorites. And this was actually the demo that they showed off the game with. I forgot to kick there and get that guy, but that's okay. I already went through the level and got him. When they're yellow, you're not going to get anything special by kicking them, but when they're green, you haven't actually got them, or blue, I think. You haven't actually got that character yet, so you kick them and then you capture them and help them escape.
Oh, is there, like, I see they're like shaking their shields and stuff in that one. Is there music?
Yeah, there's music going. This is, there's the level music, which is rock and roll going right now.
Ah, yeah.
You remember, and it goes to the beat of the music, which was pretty neat. So I'm hitting the buttons and it's playing like a drum or pretty neat. One of my favorites. This game, if you haven't played this game, I highly recommend getting it. Like I said, I gave it a 10. It's a solid 10 for years now. You know, right up there with like Mario. And the animation's spot on. Just a fun, great game.
Yeah.
There's nothing better. There's really not too many platforms better.
I like Rayman, but I don't know. I don't know if I'd play this because I'm just playing other things right now.
Yeah. But I mean, as far as platformers go, you can't get any better than this or a Mario or anything like that. So
Yeah.
I think you're going to beat the level.
That's it.
Yeah, so it does have like 3D elements to it, but for the most part, it's a 2D platform. Anyway, and then another game the next game that we have is Alan Wake's American Nightmare. I played the original Alan Wake, and then I never played the American Nightmare, but I started playing it last night, I think, and it is fun. So it's a little different than any of the other games. You actually have to hit the characters with the flashlight. The flashlight will make them weak, and then you can shoot them. Or you can throw a flare at them, and they'll immediately die. But you also have missions to go through, and it actually plays out really well. It actually plays out like a Twilight Zone episode. It even has like voice actors that kind of sound like the similarities to the Twilight Zone. And then you go out on your mission and you find out, there's a guy walking around town who's evil, who looks exactly like you. And it's kind of blending. You're supposed to be like an author, and he's telling a story, but he's living through the story. And then, he's finding pages from his story throughout, and then you can open briefcases and stuff like that. So you get like better weapons when you open the briefcases. You have to have a certain amount of pages.
So is it an adventure game? Can you like walk around?
Yeah.
Or do you need to go to where your quest is?
No, you can walk. You can walk around. You can explore. You find ammo, stuff like that. if you stand under a street light, you get your power-ups back. You'll gain health. So you'll see like the glowy stuff is always something to look at. So you gotta run over and grab it. There's a page from my book.
4 out of 53.
But even still, if you go into the woods and you're looking for something, or he starts talking and like narrates his own story. It's pretty neat. The way they did it is actually awesome. It's from the same creators. It's Remedy. It's from the same creators as Quantum Break. You remember that one?
Yeah, I remember.
Really good, really good game. This is like what they did before that. They announced Quantum Break is actually going to be in 4K on the Xbox One X, which will look even better than what it already looked like. Stuff like this happens. These are the bad guys that pop out. You gotta like shine your flashlight on them and shoot. Now there might be a gas can around. You could shoot that. They're very, they're very sensitive to light. So if you shoot anything that creates light, they'll either die or they'll walk off, or they'll backpedal and you can shoot them.
So is this like your story and like you're just hallucinating or something?
You don't know yet, so you got to figure it out.
Or is it like I don't get what it's supposed to be? Is
it
it
doesn't give you much of a story to go on. I mean, basically you wake up and then all of a sudden these guys are attacking you and you're like, I got to get out of here. You see the town, you head to the town, you meet some characters, and then the adventure just keeps going from there. So meet this, you meet people. He meets the girl in the garage. She's telling him that, I met you before. And he's like, I've never met you. You don't know me. So you got to figure out why she knows you, where she comes from, stuff like that. People keep disappearing is the problem.
So does everybody else know about the weird people?
No. She sees them because they come after her, and he saves them from her. He saves her from them. So always run into the light, and then you get your health back. Now she told me to go to a restaurant, I think, or I'm going to go search this car. There's probably some ammo over there. Oh, I got to collect a battery, a spool, a wooden wheel, something else.
So it's a open world, right?
Yeah, pretty much. But you do have to eventually do what you need to advance in the story.
Yeah. So, do you just find random weapons all over the place, or are they only in like quest-specific spots?
They can be anywhere. Yeah, you can find weapons in a car. You can find them in a barn. You can find them in the trunk of a car or the back of a truck. On the ground, sometimes when you take these guys out, sometimes the weapon will fall.
Is the weapon like unlimited?
No, you have to pick up ammo.
Well, I know that, but
Yeah.
like, will it break?
Yeah, it'll break.
Only with melee or with like guns and stuff? Will they break too?
Only melee, I believe. Yeah. And then we have Project Cars 2. Did you try this yet?
No.
No. So Project Cars 2 is like supposed to be like a Forza 7, competitor. But I feel like Forza is way better than this. So the problem that I had with it is I like to sometimes jump into a racing game and race around the track. I could be in last place and then I'll try to get to first place. That's what I like to do. This makes you run practice laps, which you could run for like 20 minutes. I usually quit out of them, and then I have to go to the qualifying, and then in qualifying you have to get the best time, and then you'll either start in whatever position. If you get the pole position, you start in first. I started in first a lot. The car with the default controls is completely out of control. You can't even play the game. I changed the controls a little bit. I said, I want traction control on. With traction control on, I was able to drive the car on the dry tracks. I got to a sand track that, again, I was completely out of control, and there was no way to control my car, so I came in last. But I still came in first out of the series. Now, when I like to go through the races and I want to race as quick as possible, I skip the practice and I skip the qualifying, then the whole entire race doesn't matter. I can't come in first, I'm disqualified because I didn't do that. I don't want to have to do that. Like, I'd rather just race the race, be done, move on.
I like Forza 7 better.
Oh yeah.
It had better graphics and stuff. This one just looks like a remake of like a different Forza, like a lower Forza game.
Yeah, and it's priding itself on the graphics and the distance and the quality, but like none of it looks as good as Forza. So it's an okay racing game. I gave it an 8 now, only because the graphics aren't that great. You can see, like, if you look in the background, you can see trees, and they look like pretty much like stick figures almost sometimes, and just like not being a specific racer for certain people. Like, it's more for race fans. So, like, you want to go through the practice run, you want to go and qualify, and then you want to race. Like, I don't want to have to do all that. And then the last race that I ran, I was running in the race, and I came in first place position, but I must have had some penalties or something because it said I came in fourth. So I was like, why would I come in fourth place if I just placed first on the track? That makes no sense to me. I don't understand all the rules of F1 racing, but I'm trying to race, and I've been going through the races probably 3 nights in a row, and I still haven't got to the second type of racing. I'm only bound to F1 right now.
Is there any rain in this game?
There is rain. There's weather effects.
Do they look good?
Yeah, the rain looks pretty good. The puddles accumulate on the track. The rain looks like it's going around your car. It gets a little misty. Not as good as Forza 7's rain.
Yeah.
So this is just I think a little bit of a lower quality racer than Forza. So
yeah, I'd say I'd probably rather get Forza 7 than this.
Yep.
How much does this one cost?
It's this one's the regular price, $59.99.
What's Forza?
$59.99.
Then get Forza 7.
Right, yeah. So I would recommend Forza 7 over this game. But, if you're looking for something else, if you're a hardcore racer, I would, recommend this one, because Forza's for hardcore races too. But, you can race like arcade style racing with Forza as well. So.
Yeah, but it has both, so you can be a hardcore racer or someone who just wants to play the game.
Yep. Online competition. This game's set up more for like esports as well. There's like online races you can run. Forza has all that as well, but they're doing pretty good with this project racing. Project Cars. I think they'll get better and better every year. So,
sure.
Yeah.
Forza Motorsport is probably always going to be ahead, though.
Play the demos, see if you like them. Yeah, so you're talking about the pinnacle. Everything is compared to Forza from this point on for that. So, so next week we'll probably have Forza 7 because it doesn't come out till it actually comes out Friday if you bought the Ultimate Edition, Tuesday if you buy the regular edition. Pre-download, you could pre-download it, get some extra cars, and you get some extra goodies there. Hoonigan cars. Also next week we'll have Cuphead, which I'm pretty excited about. Another platformer that I've been waiting for a very, very long time. The 1930s cartoon style game. It looks pretty good. Have you seen anything about that? That game's going to be awesome. You can play multiplayer with me. So you can actually play Cuphead 2 players on the same screen, and it's a shooter pretty much, like a side-scrolling shooter that they added levels to. It was going to just be boss fight after boss fight, but then they added some platforming levels. That's why it took so long to come out.
Like Contra? Cartoon?
Kinda. Yeah, like a Contra type game, but with cartoon characters. It's going to be great. One of the best. Yeah, so that's that'll be next week. But thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you next time. Catchphrase.
Better catchphrase.
Better catchphrase than me?
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.